What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV. Now, I'm not sure if this is true, but I just want to share it, and I just want to share a few of my thoughts about it. Now, the content creator millichuntv, she briefly shared that allegedly, based on some information that she received, Martell Holt, Ariane's baby wife Holt, has been admitted into an inpatient psych facility. I do not know if this is true, so I'm saying this is what has been said and what is being reported. Now, considering the fact that the new season of the show that I believe Carlos King has not fired that clown from is about to ramp back up pretty soon here. I would say that if the information is true, it's either he is in there because it was court ordered due to the fact that there are some familial situations and family court stuff that's going on, as well as coupled with his criminal charges and his criminal arrest and just his plain ridiculousness on social media and doing things like doing the sit down with Tasha K, where he was just trying to go for Melody's jugular to try to make it look like she is the enemy, and putting all of these things out there, clips and videos and screenshots of text messages and whatever, that for anyone that has common sense, they know that everything that Melody did, it was reactionary to the stuff that he was doing. So, with that being said, it's if this is true and he has been admitted, it's either involuntary because it was court ordered, or two, it's something that he possibly was coaxed, kicking and screaming to do for the sake of his public image. Because as you know, he was slated to be one of the quote unquote celebrity speakers at that women's empowerment brunch that was supposed to happen that he got pulled from. Thank you, Jesus, for all of the foolishness and the shenanigans and just the craziness of it all, for them to have even thought, that this would be a good idea, let alone actually putting him on the flyers and promoting this, was just absolutely crazy. So in my personal opinion, I felt like it was something that whoever he's been working with to do PR possibly actually paid them to allow him to be a speaker. I don't believe that this was something that he was paid to do or he was going to be paid to do. I believe it was something that they actually paid for him to, because the way the bio was written up that I roasted was just insane. And I just believe that it was something that he possibly paid to get on, and then they ultimately have to remove him because of the outcries and the backlash for it all. So to try to boost up his image, he's tried to do this before. It just doesn't work for him, but he will try to make it seem like he's trying to admit to some wrongs. We saw him do the press tour with Carlos, where Carlos was pretty much standing side by side with this clown, to have him speak about how he lost his 80% to go for the 20%. But he still was blaming Melody for situations and still trying to claim that he was a breadwinner. He was cooking all the meals. He was teaching the kids how to pray. He was bathing the children. He was clipping their toenails. He was braiding a little girl's hair. He was doing the cornrows. He was cutting Martell Jr.'s hair. And all Melody was doing was just laying on the couch eating Cheetos. That's the way he tried to present her to the world and tried to make it seem like he was Superman out here taking care of the family, taking care of Melody, taking care of himself. And then his mom jumped on the bandwagon to try to disparage Melody's character, to tell her that she was lazy, and she had her son out there working all the time while she was lazy. Like, it took everything in me, even though there's nothing I could have done because I'm sitting there watching this on the TV screen. But I kept saying, Melody needs to slap the crap out of that woman. And I know that's not the respectful thing to do. And you definitely should respect your elders. But at that point in time, I didn't see her as an elder. I saw her as an op. And I just felt like she was doing her son's bidding to try to paint him and have this image of him as this upstanding, distinguished gentleman. And he's not. He never was. Melody always covered for him. We all see that now. So if this indeed is true, and he has been admitted into a psych, I mean, I'm all for it, but I honestly don't think that it's going to work. It's similar to people who have addictions and they go into rehab once and then, they may do well for a little while and then they fall off the wagon again, and they really need some intensive therapy and treatment. But it first starts with they have to actually admit themselves that they need the help. So when I say it's almost like people who go into rehab facilities and they fall off the wagon not long after they come out, I'm mainly speaking about the people who have been feeling like they were pushed to go into it. It wasn't something that they really wanted to do or they felt ready to do, because it never works unless the individual is the one that's saying, I want to change. I want to live differently. I don't want to continue living my life this way. I don't want to die this way. I want to live, and I want to live differently, and I want to live better. So for him, I don't believe that if this is true, it will be beneficial to him and it will help, because he doesn't think anything's wrong with him. And that's like most narcissists. Most narcissists don't believe there's anything wrong with them, and it's always somebody else's fault. So if he did agree to, by coercion and by, someone saying, I think this is going to be good for you and for your career, you need this check, this is the only job you've got, he may be doing it, but still not really doing it willingly, because he doesn't believe that he actually has a problem. And he still believes that Melody was the one that was wrong for leaving the marriage and all of the other things that he's tried to, put on her. That's why it's hard to really help a narcissist. Like, really, they really have to hit rock bottom. And I don't even believe that he's really hit rock bottom yet, because he still has some people that coddle him. For instance, the majority of the cast of that show, it's just ridiculous. I'm not saying that they have to bury him, but I feel like they've treated Melody more like the villain than they have the actual villain, which is the ex-husband. But we already know where that comes from and where that stems from. The root of it is jealousy and bitterness, and that's all it is. And it's, it sprouts into other areas for different people. So if this is indeed true, do I think it's going to work? I don't, because I feel that it was either something that was court ordered or it was something that was suggested to do for the sake of this new upcoming season. You need to try to restore your image to the public. You've got these products that have been sitting on the shelf collecting dust, and you need to make money. This is your only check. You refuse to just go back to regular life and doing like I suggested a while ago, going and filling out those applications at Lowe's and Home Depot, putting those muscles to work, going to work in the lumber department. Okay. But yeah, if it is indeed true, I don't see it working, but I could see Carlos with his messy self suggesting that he do something drastic like this to try to really make it look like to the public that he has really seen the error of his ways and he wants to do something different. And he's realized that he does have some mental health issues that stem from narcissism and blah, 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 blah. But no, I don't see it working. Again, like I said, if it indeed is true, I don't have any proof that this is actually going on. And if it was, or if it is, I should say, I can understand why there isn't any proof of it, because that is a HIPAA violation, honestly, just being beautifully honest, for someone who may have that knowledge that is in these facilities to leak that information to someone in the public. But people do it all the time. So with that being said, just wanted to talk about that briefly. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.